All right, guys, Sebastian Milo with Sportico here, President Guido of the 49ers. Mr. Guido, for those who don't know, talk to me a little bit about Elevate, right? I mean, explain to me what is Elevate, what's your role with them, just educate some of the people who may not know.
I'm a chairman and CEO of Elevate, so thanks for asking. And Elevate's it's an 8-year-old company, sports media and entertainment, property sales, representation. We represent over 200 brands, teams, leagues, all across the country, doing a whole host of things in and around sports and entertainment.
In terms of the 49ers, right, how do you define success when sometimes on-the-field success is not always shown?
Well, look, we're here in New York City coming off a big win, so it's nice to have that. But great question. I think for us, right, we want to make an impact in our community, want to make an impact in the NFL. You know, Levi Stadium and the San Francisco 49ers have been all about bringing back to the community. Certainly we want to win on the field, but winning off of it means doing the right thing in the community, being great on the business side, and continuing to grow the platform of the San Francisco 49ers.
You mentioned Levi Stadium. How does that contribute to the overall success of the business as well?
Oh, it's a huge part. I think anytime you open up a new stadium, you have the opportunity to kind of reset the bar. And I think Levi Stadium has hosted more events than, frankly, any open-air stadium in the National Football League over the course of its first 12 years in existence. Of course, in this coming year, we get to host a Super Bowl and 6 World Cup matches, which will be the only stadium in history that have ever hosted a Super Bowl and a World Cup in the same calendar year.
Obviously, the last couple of years, we've seen a lot of success also, in retired players, right? Patrick Willis inducted in the Hall of Fame last year. Frank Gore, hopefully this year. Talk to me about not just obviously being happy for them and their families, but the impact it has on the 49ers and, community outreach and just everything that being inducted into Hall of Fame as a 49er does for the business.
Well, for me, it makes me feel old because I feel like those guys were in my era of fear. So to see them now going into the Hall of Fame, it just tells me how long I've been in this National Football League. I've been with the team for 15 years. But look, we stand on the shoulder of giants who came before us at the San Francisco 49ers. I don't know where we stack rank in the how many 49ers are in the Hall of Fame. I just know it's a lot. But to have Frank and Patrick be around the team now on a day-to-day basis and spend time with our players, it's just fantastic.
Now, just some general questions for you, just as a sports fan as well, right?
Sure.
What would you say is maybe the most influential investment in sports of your lifetime?
For me,
yeah.
Personally?
It doesn't have to be something you did, but maybe even something you admired of somebody else. But it could be something of yours.
Oh, wow. I guess I'd have to go with the recent ones. I'm here with Jed Yorko, who's the owner of the San Francisco 49ers, and we just brought on really 4 influential partners, that bought into the team. And I think having those individuals be part of our franchise for the future, not just who they are, but their families and what they represent and what they can bring to us is really influential.
Again, as a sports fan, maybe growing up or even just now with the resources you may have, what is the dream investment? If it's a team, even in a league that maybe you have not had experience in, but is there a dream team or league to invest in if you could?
I would say there's not a team per se. We always have our sights set on, things, but it's an outsized fandom, right? And if you look at the San Francisco 49ers, if you look at Leeds, if you look at Rangers, if you look at some of the things Jed and Prag Marate and myself have done, it's really about buying things or investing in things that fans, truly care about. And so for us, whether that's, who knows in the future, but I'm a huge fan of all sports. It was fun to stay up watching the World Series game the other night. I think the world of baseball, the NBA, the NFL, you name it. And so for us, we had our hands full with those 3 franchises that we have ownership in right now. We're going to try to do the best job of making sure they win on the pitch and the field, and that's enough for us.
Smart answer. Thank you.